Hey Divas, welcome to Spilling the Tea Business Edition. I am your host and good sis, Pink Diva. Thank you so much for joining me. As you're pulling your seat up to the table, please don't forget to hit that like button for me. Feel free to drop down and leave a comment or ask questions on our topic, and turn your bell notifications on so that you'll be notified each and every time I drop a new topic. As you know, our mission is to create a safe space for women to gather as a community, engage in healthy dialogue regarding real life issues that we as women deal with on a daily basis, but most importantly, to foster the true meaning of sisterhood. Hello, 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 and happy Friday to each of you. Welcome back to another episode of Spilling the Business Tea. Today, we are talking about something that I believe separates all of us from everybody else, and that is the power of visibility, showing up for your business even when no one else claps yet, right? The power of visibility. Let's get into it. So, again, like I say, welcome back to another episode. I am so glad you're here. We are on a roll with our Spilling the Business Tea segments every Friday. So, thank you so much for dropping in and just joining in on me, for me, on our Friday morning episodes. Today's tea is strong and it's a little bold. The power of visibility, and that is us showing up for our businesses even when no one claps yet. Now, I know the feeling. You're posting your products and or your services, you're making your reels, your videos, you're designing your flyers, you're staying up late, and it just seems like nobody is paying attention, right? The likes are low, the comments are quiet, and you start wondering, am I wasting my time? Let me tell you right now, you are not wasting your time. You are planting seeds that haven't sprouted yet. Visibility is about consistency, it's about courage, and it's about connection, even when the applause hasn't started yet. Okay? So today, we're going to talk about why visibility matters, how to overcome that nobody's watching feeling, and practical ways to just keep showing up like the boss that you are, right? Visibility is oxygen for your business. If people don't see you, they can't support you. It's simple as that. I don't know that you have a business if I never see you posting and promoting anything about your business. You could have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it's like you're winking your eyes in the dark. You know what you're doing, but no one else does. You know why? Because we can't see you. So being visible helps to build trust. People buy from people they recognize and people they relate to. So every post, every story, every video, every event appearance, all of that is one more opportunity for your ideal client to say, I know her. I trust her. I see her all over social media posting her products and her services. I've seen her out at events and all of the good things, right? This is why visibility matters. Let's think about it. Think about Target's commercial. I know a lot of people are avid Target shoppers. Let's think about the Target commercials. They're bright, they're bold, they're memorable. They never stop reminding you that they actually exist, right? They're here in your face, like, hey, remember me? So if billion-dollar brands keep showing up, what makes us think that we can stop after 2 or 3 Instagram posts or Facebook posts or whatever platform you use? So for you, for a second, drop a quick note or a comment down in the chat and just let me know, what platform or space do you struggle to stay visible on? Because I've heard a lot of people, especially a lot of my clients, have told me on numerous occasions that I'm not just really a social media person. I don't really do social media a lot. Or I don't do Facebook, but I do Instagram, or whatever the case may be. What space do you struggle to stay visible on? Is it social media? Is it in-person networking? Because let's name it. If we name it, we can fix it, right? If we never own it, we can't repair what's broken. So what area do you struggle? Ask yourself, do you struggle to stay visible on social media platforms, or do you struggle with in-person networking? Are you a person that have a problem with in-person networking? I know a lot of us say we shy. I'm not really a people person, but we got to be bold and in people's face if we're trying to build businesses or maintain our businesses, right? So now let's sip on some mindset. Visibility is not vanity, it's responsibility. You have a gift, you have a product or a service, you have a message that can help someone. But if you hide it, how will they ever find you? You can't be the world's best kept secret and expect the world to know who you are. You can't expect to make world class impact if nobody sees you. So you have to make yourself visible. Because here's the truth: growth feels quiet before it looks loud. Every big brand started with crickets. Nobody was supporting Steve Jobs when he first started Amazon. Nobody was supporting Michael Jordan before he became Michael Jordan. Your job is to keep showing up while no one is clapping. So when the crowd arrives, you're already ready. So you got to keep building behind the scenes. You got to keep showing up for yourself. You can't expect other people to show up for your business when you don't show up for your business. Don't chase numbers, chase connection. Because 10 engaged people who love your brand are a whole lot better than 100 silent followers that never show up, that never support. You got to stay visible. I tell my mentees all of the time, when you're building your business or just operating it, you could have been in business for a few years now. You have to make sure that you're keeping your personal and your business social media sites separate. I don't want to be looking for your business and I have to flip through your personal photos of you out partying with your friends or you and your boo booed up. And then I may keep scrolling and happen to find one flyer from your business on your personal page. That is the quickest way to lose customers or potential customers. Because if I got to do all of that just to see if your business actually exists or to try to contact you for business related issues, I'm not going to do it. You're going to lose customers. You're going to lose potential customers. So you have to make sure that your business social sites are just as visible as your personal and keep the two separated. That's a topic for a different day. Excuse me. But we'll definitely be diving into that as well, right? Let me tell you about a client of mine. We'll call her Jasmine, just for the video's sake. Jasmine sold handmade candles, beautiful candles, smelled good. For months, her posts got barely 10 likes. She was posting on her social media site. She was really doing the work to put her business in the forefront, in the faces of her potential customers. She stayed consistent anyway. Even though she was barely getting likes on her post, she stayed consistent. She had the same tone. She kept the same schedule. She scheduled her content and she had the same energy. But by the time she got to the 6th month of her business, boom, it blew up. A local spa owner found her online and placed a wholesale order. That one connection changed everything. If she had stopped showing up for herself, she would have missed that blessing. That one connection changed everything. Now let's talk about some practical visibility strategies here. Because we have to talk strategy. Because we're not just sipping inspiration, we're stirring in action, remember? You have to be the face of your brand. People connect with people. Step out from behind that logo, that beautiful logo. We talked about logos last week. Show your face, show your smile, tell your story. If you're shy, start small. Share a behind the scenes photo or a video voiceover. There are ways you can do it. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I'm an introvert. I'm not really an in your face type person. I'm not a salesperson. I can't do sales pitches and all of that kind of stuff. But you have to show up and be the face of your brand. People like to be able to connect to you, they like to be able to view you as a real person and not just a face behind a logo and you're just about the dollars. You have to show the personable side of your business as well, because that's how people connect with you. That's how you get people to trust you. You can also repurpose your content. One video can become 5 pieces of content. You can clip it for reels. You can quote yourself for graphics. You can expand it into an email. Work smart and not hard. Let's say, for instance, the last couple months for your business has been extremely slow. You haven't gotten any business. You don't have any content that you can post because business has been slow. Go back through those old videos from maybe last year that you ran a sale on, or whatever the case may be. Repurpose that content and repost it on your social media sites. People that are looking in does not know that this is a repurposed video or a repurposed post that you made last year. They're looking at it as, oh, this is content. Oh, this is a special that this person is running. Or, that's a nice image, a nice video, or whatever the case may be. So you don't have to sit and be stuck just because you may not have, just because business have been slow this month. You still have the opportunity to repurpose so that you can continue to show up for your business and for your brand. You have to create a visibility routine. So set yourself a schedule. Maybe do something like, let's say, a marketing Mondays or testimonial Tuesday. On Mondays, this is when you market your business. Let's say on Tuesdays, you're posting testimonials from past customers, because consistency breeds familiarity. Tongue twister. Then think about collaborating and cross promoting, because you can always partner with other small businesses in your local area. You can go live together. You can exchange shout outs for each other. You can bundle products. Collaboration actually expands your audience. I remember just even with my line of business, let's say if I'm doing an event, I may be super overstimulated with this particular event. Although I can do my own florals, I may say, you know what, I want to outsource these florals to a local event florist in my area so that we can collaborate together. So I'll reach out to this florist and say, you know what, I have an event. I would love to outsource the florals for this event through your company, and then we collaborate. So after the event and I'm posting my pictures and stuff, I'm always shouting out that floral designer that actually provided the florals, and vice versa. So when she's posting the florals on her social media sites, she's shouting out my business for outsourcing the job to her. That's how collaboration works. I tell people all the time, collaboration over competition. Anytime it wins. Come together. You don't have to be in competition with the person in your area that's doing the same thing. Learn how to collaborate with those that are willing to. Show up offline too. It's good to sit behind our PCs and post videos and our content and all of that stuff, but you actually need to also attend networking events, pop-up shops, community gatherings. People remember real life energy. People remember how you made them feel when they met you in person. So attend networking events that's in your area. Do a pop-up shop. Community gatherings when things are going on, especially during holidays. People will remember that. And then also use your stories, not sales pitches. Because the thing is, show up, even if you're doing a live. When you show up on social media, the last thing people want you to do is every time they see you showing up, you got a sales pitch. You're trying to sell something. It's all about money, 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 money. Yes, of course, as a business, as an aspiring business and entrepreneur, yes, we're trying to make money, right? But it takes money to make money. However, Money cannot be the sole purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. If you're constantly just showing up and every time somebody see a video you're posting and it has a sales pitch, they're going to lose interest. Show up and tell stories about your journey. Share lessons, your clients. Stories build emotional connections, and connections lead to conversion. That's where the money comes. Connect with your audience, connect with your people. You can show up and do a story time of how I got started, why I started, the business that I'm in. Talk about lessons learned in the business along your way. People love like self-help stuff, and do some behind the scenes of how your products work. Don't let, yes, of course there are going to be some times to where you're going to have to show up and do sales pitches, but don't let that be every single time people see your face on social media. It's about you trying to get a sale. I'm going live. Come over here and get these products. I'm going to do a flash sale while I'm on live. I have a story time. Listen, do story times without there being sales pitches attached to it. That's when your audience will start to grow. We got to walk before we can crawl, right? And let's evaluate what's working. Once a month, check your analytics. Which posts are getting engagement, which ones aren't, and then double down on what actually resonates instead of starting from scratch. Every social media platform has an analytics page to where you can go and look, and it'll tell you this video got this many views, or it seems like when you do live videos you get more engagement, or if you post these photos you get engagement here, and this is the percentage. Each social platform has analytics that will show you what your engagement is looking like. What's one visibility action that you can commit to doing this week? Ask yourself. We're talking about visibility and staying visible. What is one visibility action you can commit to doing this week? Speak it to yourself, write it down, and put in the work. So let's be honest. Sometimes we don't show up because we're scared. We're scared of judgment. We're scared that, nobody's going to come out and support. And we're scared of failing publicly, right? But hear me. Fear cannot drive the car. It can sit in the back seat, but it cannot touch the wheel. Confidence doesn't come before you show up. It comes from showing up. Let me say that again. Confidence doesn't come before you show up. It comes from you showing up. Every time you go live, every post you make, every networking event you attend, all of that builds your confidence muscle. And just like any muscle, it grows through repetition, right? So let's do this. Take a deep breath with me and say, my voice is valuable. My work deserves to be seen, and I will not hide. Yes, let's say that again. My voice is valuable. My work deserves to be seen, and I will not hide. That's the energy of visibility. Now let's take a few minutes to reflect. Grab your journal if you're sitting still or if you're listening in. Get your phone notes. And I want you to answer these following questions for yourself. And I want you to answer them honestly. Number 1, where am I currently hiding in my business? Where am I currently hiding in my business? Number 2, what fears keep me from showing up consistently? And we all have some fears. What fears keep me from showing up consistently? And number 3, what 3 actions can I take this month to become more visible? What 3 actions can I take this month to become more visible? We're in the last quarter of the year. We are trying to be prepared for 2026 so that we can hit the ground running in our businesses. So we have a few more months to get this thing right. So if you're watching this live, drop the answers down in the comment section so we can cheer you on, because we want to be able to hold each other accountable, right? Write it down. Set a reminder to review your answers so that we can help keep you accountable. Where am I currently hiding in my business? What fears keep me from showing up consistently? And what 3 actions can I take this month to become more visible? Feel free to share it in the chat. You know, over here we listen and we do not judge. We are helpers one to another. That's what we are here for. That's what these segments are for. So before we wrap up, I want to remind you, visibility is a form of faith. Every time you show up, you're saying, I believe in what I'm building. If you don't believe in what you're building, how can we expect anybody else to believe in what we're building? Don't wait until the crowd arrives. Prepare while the room is still quiet, because when the spotlight finally hits, and it will, you'll be ready, you'll be polished, and you'll be prepared. Okay? And it'll be all thanks to the practice that you did in the dark when you felt like nobody else was showing up. All right? So the tea has been spilled. Now it's up to you to sip it. Stir it with courage and serve it in your business. And remember, you're not just building a brand, you're building a legacy. So stay fabulous, stay fearless, and keep shining your brilliance in the world. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Spilling the Business Tea. I am your host and your good sis, Pink Diva. And until next time, have a blessed day. Chat with you soon.